Alright guys, we are ready to go. I know this game's only like 2-3 hours long. Alright, Fireman, how's it going? So, August 12th. Anna's brownies were tasty. I didn't have any, but Grace said so. I wanted to throw the brownies into the trash, but Grace caught wind of them too quickly. She's like a bloodhound when it comes to sweets. Stuffed chocolate especially. I am doing great, how are you doing? Oh, I've already asked you this. There you go, okay? And then of course, I had to explain where I'd got them. Huh? Weird. I know, right? There's no way it's a coincidence. Yeah, it must be a sign. A sign of what? That she's stalking me? You know, it is weird that she was stalking me, since she knew where I lived, that she didn't know about Grace. I mean, she couldn't have known, with how surprised she was. I don't think she was acting. Was it just a coincidence then? No, absolutely not. That I refuse to accept. Think I'll go say hi. Be right back, no worries. I could make something for her too. Do you have any butter left? I want to bake her cookies. Yeah. And then you'll eat most of them on your own. Hey. I don't see the point of going to visit her though. We'll see more than enough of her anyway. We live so close by. We're neighbours. I want us to get on the right foot. And maybe she and I could be friends. I think that'd be nice. I wrapped my arms around her. Of course, you deserve that. But please, find a friend that's not her. Why? Once again, I couldn't probably explain why. I couldn't put it down as anything more than a hunch, a gut feeling I'd get whenever I was near her. I've at last got to see her for myself, to see if she's such a really horrible person. Trust me, you're better off without it. The next day, in the afternoon, I was laying down on our sofa. I was nursing a headache that had been with me since the morning. Grace told me she'd be back. She went out of the apartment with something in her hands, and then a smell of freshly baked cookies wafted out of the kitchen. It took me about 2 minutes to piece the puzzles together. Ah, shit, I whispered. I was immediately up. Not good, not good. Panic struck me harder than I was expecting. It was like Grace seeing Anna all by herself. Some vulnerable part of me was exposed. I wanted to bring Grace back and lock the door and keep her safe and never let her out of my sight. I also didn't want her to go in there. I just stood there, head in my hands, wondering what the hell to do. All at once, I was telling myself to go there, to go there, you coward, but also stay here, you idiot. And somewhere far away, a tiny little voice, very tiny, very little, was telling me I was overreacting. Then there came the sound of a glass breaking. It had come from... where else? Anna's apartment. Welcome back. I went to the wall that separated our apartments. There was no sound at all, nothing to explain the crash. I finally overcame my cowardice. I dashed out from our apartment to hers. When I got there, I saw broken glass and blood, and Grace kneeling down, and Anna stood above her, and they were both smiling. They stopped when they noticed me there, out of breath and confused. Jack? Hi, Jack. Did you decide to join us? No, What the hell is going on? This? Anna waves her hand at the floor. All at the bits of glass. White? Cermak? No, actually. There's also scattered cookies and drops of blood. Yes, that. Just looking at the blood made me feel sick. Like I was gonna throw up, but I couldn't peel my eyes away. I've always been like that around blood. I've never been able to have the stomach for it. Grace was picking up the broken pieces of ceramic. There was a little accident. An accident? Yes, what else? Grace, what happened? It's my fault, really. The cookies were hotter than I thought, so I dropped the whole plate. And it was Anna's plate, too. Be careful, Grace. You might cut yourself. She's cut herself already. Look. Huh? Couldn't now notice the blood around her. But I... Grace checked her hands, turned them around a few times to see from every single angle, but found no cuts there. It's not me. It's my blood. What? And I just noticed her holding her left hand tightly with her right. There was a little blood still tickling from between her knuckles. Oh no. Grace's hand hovered around Anna's. She looked willing to help, but afraid she'd do something wrong. How did this even happen? I tried to pick up some of the pieces. They're pretty sharp, aren't they? Hang on, Anna. I'm fine. I don't need you to do anything. The way Anna said that was forceful, almost harsh. Grace backed away. I can still help. She remembered I was there. Jack, go get some gauze. We have gauze? Oh, useless. Frustrated, more frustrated than ever, I'd seen her before. Grace ran off to get the gauze herself. She left me there, in the belly of the beast. I tried being polite. Shame about the cookies. A real shame. I didn't get to eat a single one. Well, actually, I picked up one with the three fingers of the left hand. Some of her blood got on the cookie. Before I could say anything, she ate it in one bite. Jesus. It's not that bad after all. They're still warm. You want one? I'll pass. God, you make me sick. That's not a very nice thing to say, Jack. If anyone else said it. But I'll forgive you. She licked her lips. I should have left, but I was like a frog being stared down by a snake. I wonder what's taking Grace so long. She might be flustered, poor girl. So much worry about a teeny tiny cut. It's not serious. It's not. How do you know? I've seen a lot of cuts. I can imagine. Never take a warm plate without a glove. Definitely, but a lot of people don't learn nowadays. Anna laughed. I'm a nurse. That I couldn't imagine. It's so hard to believe though. I see proof of it every day. There's a lot of blood. You don't believe me? Look. She showed me her hand. The cut ran down the base of her thumb towards the middle of her hand. The wound was thin, but long and ragged. The skin around the wound was pale and moist, showing how fresh the cut was. I could have puked. Oh, does it look bad? Don't worry, it won't even scar. Stop that. You really are. I don't remember what I was going to say. It wasn't nice in any case. What stopped me was Grace coming back. Sorry. There wasn't any gauze. Here. She brought a roll of pink toilet paper. I hope this is good enough. Thank you, Grace, but I don't need it. You don't? No. See? The blood stopped. Anna flashed me a smile. The corners of her mouth were still red. This girl's a fucking weirdo. August 13th. Good day today. Didn't see Anna once. But enough of that. After what happened, where I left off yesterday, I was sure Grace and I were on the same page. But no. In the end, I was one to clean up the blood mess on the floor. I threw away the cookies before Anna could get her hands on any more. Back in our apartment, Grace let out a long sigh. What a mess, am I right? Yeah, and it was all my fault. I meant Anna. You did just meet her, right? Yes? And? Well, I can see why you've been avoiding her. Is that what you mean? Thank you. She's beautiful. I thought she'd be some shy little girl, or a crazy cat lady or something. But she's like a model. What? No. Don't try to deny it, Jack. It's why you don't want to be near her, isn't it? You don't want to be tempted. I shook my head. I really didn't see it that way. Now, with a little bit more perspective, I can say it's true. What a waste of good looks. She's much more beautiful than me. Hey, don't say that. She's not. She is. Grace dropped her gaze to stare at her hands. And she wasn't mad like I ruined her plate. She wasn't scared of the blood either. She's just so... I took her hands in mine. They were cold. Grace? Jack? You're beautiful. And kind. More beautiful and kind than any other girl in the world. I'm lucky as hell to have you. My cheeks burned. I must look like a smile. I wasn't used to saying stuff like this. I mean it. So don't say stuff like that. Okay? Oh. Grace blinked like she'd just woken up. Oh. I've been seeing a lot of dumb stuff, I guess. I'm sorry. I'm a real hassle, huh? No, don't say that. And don't say you're sorry either. You've done nothing to feel sorry for. She apologizes way too often. It's 10 FM, and I'm gonna go to sleep. No worries. Glad to have you on the stream. Hopefully I get to see you on the next one. I didn't write anything yesterday. The pain in my leg made it so I couldn't focus. I might join you another stream. No worries. Always glad to have you whenever you have the time to be here. It's been hurting like a bitch these past few days. I gave in and asked the doctor about it. Yeah, it's 10 PM for me as well. Seems like we're on the same time period. Why is his face blurred out like this? Like, everyone else has a face apart from him. I don't know if this is just like rushed or not. He's fine, by the way. Didn't disappear or anything. Must have taken a few days. I asked him about the pain. I asked if he could do anything about it. Apparently the pain is a good sign. I think that's what he said. So I guess my leg is healing alright. But it still hurts. When the doctor went away, I complained out loud that it hurts. One of the other patients must have thought that I was talking to him. The patients here now are the same guys I mentioned before. Maybe one is, but that's all. The others went away. To another part of the hospital, or home, or maybe to the morgue. I don't know, I wasn't keeping track. So I said something about my leg hurt, and a guy in the bed next to mine, a kid actually, can't be more than 18, 19, starts talking to me. I think he was saying how he's in a lot of pain too. I couldn't understand most of it though. His jaw's been wired shut. Anything he tries to say turns to moans and a lot of drool. Then the nurse came in, not Anna, and told he shouldn't speak if he wants his mouth to get better. So he shut up. Okay, so you're a guy we can talk to, can't really talk. Not much else has happened, but my leg really is bothering me. It's a deep pain. It doesn't feel like it's healing. It feels wrong, in a way that makes my teeth hurt too. I was stuck with my leg now. I have to get my mind off it. It hurts so much. I'll check where I left the day before yesterday and go from there. What is happening still though? You're not coming with us? Again? No, I don't feel like it. But Anna's great to hang out with. Yesterday she went window shopping, then we went to a cafe, then we had ice cream in the park. Sounds fun. It was. Anna is a really interesting person. You should give her a chance. I want us all to be friends. So please come along. No, I'll pass. Sorry. A moment later, Anna came in without knocking. She never knocked anymore. Ready, Grace? Yes, in a minute. Grace heaved a sigh. Are you sure you don't want to go? Yes, I'm sure. So have fun without me. Okay then, some other time. We kissed. Have fun. We will. Bye. I'm assuming that probably pissed off Anna. Grace and Anna became friends. Good friends. Very soon after they first met. I was against it, but found it hard to complain seeing Grace so happy. They spent quite a lot of time together. Whenever I said anything about this, Grace would tease me. She'd say I was jealous, but she would also invite me to come with. I always declined. I eventually got used to it, and things were quiet for a while. Once at the store, I was applying discounts during work hours. It should have been done before we opened up, but someone had been slacking off. I won't point fingers, it was Don, the old guy. So I was one stuck wondering what kind of dog, what? So I was the one stuck wondering what kind of dog food the 20% should go on, or something like that. The list of gamers were always terrible, so full of corrections you could barely read them. As I was about to choose a random to apply the discount sticker, someone put a hand on my shoulder. Oh, Anna. Why does the screen keep flashing red every time I see her? There was a tightness in my chest, but it passed within seconds. As I said, I'd gotten used to it. She didn't scare me anymore. Hi. How are you, Jack? I'm alright, thanks. Hey, random question. Do you like big dogs or small dogs? Big dogs, I guess. I see. I bent down and placed a sticker, reducing the price of the dog food. They had one of those wiener dogs on the packaging. Grace is in the break room, by the way. I know, I was just there. I wanted to see you. Yeah? Why? I haven't seen you for the past week, you know. Didn't you notice? I guess. I was called into work a lot. You must have been busy here too. Yeah, busy. We should meet more often. After all these years apart, we must have a lot of stories to tell, huh? Yeah, maybe. Jack, you mentioned dogs, right? Right? Was that because of Buddy? Who's Buddy? So you don't remember anything? Nope. I don't remember this Buddy. I don't remember knowing you either. Of course, now I do know about Buddy. I don't remember his breed, or how old he was, or anything other than his name really, but I do know of him. A certain picture book told me. That's really too bad. But I'll always come back to you, I'm sure. Who knows? Buddy was a really sweet dog. You liked him a lot. I shrugged. And he loved you. But then again, that dog loved everyone. He was so trusting. Too trusting. I'm sure he was. Are you really fine with not knowing about so much of your life, Jack? Yeah, I am. I'm used to it by now. I think it would feel weird if I could remember, actually. I suppose it's easier, in a way. There are some things best forgotten after all, aren't there? Ha, yeah. Ha, yeah. Of course there are. And I wish some of those things would have just had the decency to stay forgotten. Why mention it now, though? Oh, no reason. I was just curious. I didn't believe her. I sensed there was something in the particular she wanted me to remember. I do know what that is now, but I still don't know why she wants me to remember what she did. Is it some sick form of love, or does she want to finish the job? Is it both? I don't know. I really don't. And mine is much of a mystery to me as it ever was. Dear Diary, I found him. It was beautiful. It was like fate. It was fate. As soon as I came to the city, I caught his scent in the air. A little, but mostly smelled homeless people and gasoline. Why did you go all the way out here, Jack? You love nature, the smell of pines, where we grew up. I was ready to spend weeks looking for you, Jack. Or months, years if I had to. I even got a job at the hospital here. They're understaffed, so it was easy. But there you were, in the first store I went to. I didn't even go in to look for you. Fate, fate, fate. But you were a little strange. Surely you recognized me. I haven't changed that much, have I? I mean, it's been a while, and I have tried to make myself pretty for you in every way I can think of. But you knew it was me, right? I knew it was you. You haven't forgotten me. Were you pretending? Playing a game? Yes, that must be it. Well, I'd love to meet and see what you're doing, dear. But I've been a patient girl for far too long. Dear Diary, Friday. Jack Friday. I knew he'd changed his name to that, but it's just so funny, isn't it? We'll have to change it back, Jack, for when we're married. I want the real one to follow my first name. Jack Friday. It made me giggle when I saw it in your employee records, darling. I just had to peek, nothing more. Just to see where you live. I wanted to follow you home at first, and I thought, hey, wouldn't it be insanely romantic if the next day I saw you lived right next to each other? I know you're playing your little game of you don't remember me anymore. But that's not too much, is it? Being neighbors. You won't be angry, right? Even if it makes you angry, I have to at least do this, right? I can't wait anymore. I'm tired of being by myself. I've waited this long already. I'm prepared for you so much. Maybe we won't be mad. Please don't be mad. Please? P.S. One other thing, darling. That street where you live, isn't it a terrible part of town? Run down and cheap and even dangerous? I haven't been here for long, but I think that's it, that's right. Is that part of your game too? I'm working in the store. That must be it as well. Someone like you should never work there. Instead, you should be a... Gosh, I can't even imagine what. But isn't that perfect? I don't want you working anymore. I want you all for me. Dear Diary, the street is worse than I thought. God, the smell. You really know what you're doing, Jack? No, I shouldn't doubt you, I know. The rent is cheap at least, very cheap. But more important than that or anything else, there was a vacancy right next door to your apartment. I can't wait to move in. We'll be neighbors. I'll see so much of you it would be making me drunk. She's really clingy. Dear Diary, what a beautiful dump. I said this to the landlord when I bought my things here. He thought I was complaining. He said I should have checked out the apartment before I rented it. He's an idiot. There could be a swarm of ratchet roaches living in the apartment, or crack addicts for that matter, and I wouldn't give a darn. But still, I can't keep it dirty forever. I have to practice my homemaking skills. Time to make this dump a home. Dear Diary, just back from a quick jog. Gotta stay in shape, and the brownies are just about done. I know. I should have kept an eye on them. But I've been doing this for so long now, you know. The brownies are perfect. Not burnt, not raw, just right. I hope he likes them. Jack, I don't know if I can go on. Who is this girl? I'm the one for you. The only one for you. And yet you... I know this is part of your plan, but you didn't have to do it this way. Why are you being so cruel? I have work now. I don't care. I'll go to sleep. We were probably romantically involved at some point. And we obviously cannot remember who the fuck she is. Dear Diary, I cried all the bad feelings out. Things don't seem nearly as bad now. Jack is testing me. I have to show him I have what it takes. This is nothing at all. I can do this. Dear Diary, I met her today. Grace. I hope she doesn't get in the way. She's a sweet girl. But she's clumsy. She dropped a plate, my plate too, of cookies. And there were cookies and... What? Of cookies. And there were cookies and broken pieces of polystyrene everywhere. I'm pretty clumsy too, I guess. I cut myself on shard when I tried to pick it up. Jack came in just as I got cut. It must have sensed I was hurt. There was a lot of blood for a wound so small. The blood reminded me of that time. It always does. I showed it to Jack. It looked like he was gonna vomit. Great acting, Jack. I love you. What the fuck is happening? Dear Diary, I've gotten better at playing along with Jack's little game. I see him a little more now, everywhere I go. Nearly half those times, I've been even trying to make our paths cross. Fate. I'm also seeing Grace a lot more too. She's always making me go somewhere with her or chat, and she's always coming over to my apartment without Jack. She's become a real bother, honestly, but I will act nice. A girl tells me things about Jack after all. Though of course she doesn't know anything about him that I do. That's because she doesn't really know Jack. But now I know what he's pretending to be like. He told Grace that he has amnesia. It's a little unoriginal, Jack, don't you think? That's okay though. She believes you. That dumb little... Dear Diary, I'm troubled. I'm starting to think that Jack is not pretending. What if he really has forgotten all about me? No, I can't have that. I need a sign, Jack. Just one little sign. So that I know you remember. One sign. Everything is fine. Dear Diary, Jack doesn't remember me. I'm pretty sure of it now. He doesn't remember anything. Darn. That's a good thing. He hasn't been acting cold on purpose. I'll give his memory a little jog, and that'll be that. Good as new. But this also means that he's serious about this grayscale. We can't have that. No. No. I'm starting to see your true colors. She's a filthy seductress, alright. She's also an idiot. She invited me for dinner tomorrow at their apartment. Their apartment, her and Jack's apartment. The apartment that they're sharing together. Without me. Well, of course. August 16th. Terrible day, really awkward. Anna was hovering all over me. I swear she was here for more than 2 shifts. How the bell does that work? I couldn't write at all. She's only gonk. What? She's only gonk now. And it's after midnight. Okay, there's a few spelling errors here. It's fine, I don't mind that. I guess I should mark the 17th then, not the 16th. Oh, who cares? Now I have to write in the dark. That's think. I don't see it being a problem. Not long after, did I write about how Emma came to see me at the store at one time? Yeah, I did. Not long after that, Grace invited Anna over for dinner. She should have told me before asking Emma. Not that I would have said no. I didn't have any excuse to say no. But I mean, she only told me about the dinner a few hours before it. Yeah, I was preparing for a little relaxed evening. And all of a sudden, Grace says we should start making dinner, and oh no, I forgot to tell Jack. I shouldn't be a bit bitter and childish. People forget it happens. I didn't mean anything bad by it. It still rubbed me the wrong way though. Anna was going to invade my home and be there for hours. And I'm pretty sure I had every right to be angry about that. No, I'm sure I should have sent her packing the first time I saw her. And then when she moved in next door, and a million times after that. I should have. The fault was mine. So yeah, dinner. I don't know if they were actually grandma's mistakes or the fact he was induced by medication. The food tastes amazing, Jack. Thanks. I barely made it. That's not true, is it? You were in charge of the rice. Yeah, the rice. It ended up mushy. I think it's delicious. Anna acts like it was the tastiest thing in the world. An idea popped into my mind. If I bore her, she might leave early. Thanks. But the chicken is much better. And it's incredible how you could make anything decent in the oven. We have, Grace. Oh, don't talk about the oven, Jack. It's embarrassing. I bet you've never seen a greaser oven, Anna. I swear to God. I tried to clean it. But nothing works. I don't know what the previous owners did to make it that dirty. And that's not even the biggest problem, is it, you said? Yeah. Yes. The light in the oven barely works. And don't get me started on the heating. It's so sketchy. Yeah, all of that. And you still managed to make something this good. What'd you say, Anna? It's tasty. It reminds me of home. Have you tried remembering what home looks like, Jack? I swallowed, choked, and coughed. What's all this all of a sudden? Anna smiled and went on eating. I was just wondering. No. I have not tried to remember what home was like. I don't see why I'd have to. I'm fine without it. Alright. It's a shame though. Tough. Jack? Yeah? What is it, Grace? I'm with Anna on this one. You are? Yes. Even after you said you were fine with me deciding what goes on in my head. I'm trying to think of what's best for you. That's right. You can't spend your life running away from the past. Face it now. Be a man. I'm not healthy to lock so much what? It's not healthy to lock so much of yourself away. It can't be. You have to agree, Jack. I didn't reply. I was excavated a chicken drumstick? Anna, I didn't tell you about this, but that night, at least, once a week, Jack... That's enough. I banged my fist on the table and was immediately ashamed that I'd lost my temper. But I couldn't back down. This had got to do with me, and me only. Stay the hell out of it, both of you. You understand? Why are you so... it's no good. I'd never gotten this angry before. I need to be alone. I walked off to another room, but that didn't help. I could hear their murmurs and their whispering. They were talking about me. I dressed in a hurry. Huh? Where are you going out? Are you going out, Jack? I nodded. Have fun? Wait, don't go. I'm sorry I keep insisting so much. You know I'm just trying to help, right? Yeah. Then please don't get mad. I couldn't stop being angry. It was stronger than me. You just did one thing for me? Just so I know I did all I could? Do what? Can you say you're fine with... No, please. Say that you don't want to remember. Can you do that for me? Of course. I hesitated longer than I thought I would. Suddenly it struck me that I was being childish as hell. In the end, my anger and my stubbornness won over. I don't want to remember. There, are you happy now? I wanted things to stay as they were. That's all I ever wanted, for nothing to change. Because for once, I was happy. Well? I'm sorry. You should be. I walked out. By the time I came back, Grace was gone. August 17th. I came back hours later, after a little drinking and a lot of pointless wandering. The apartment was empty, her things were gone, but I realised that after I read the letter. The letter was on the table, next to a half-finished dinner. There was a key next to the letter too, a key to the apartment. I remember the letter word for word, so I don't write it down here. Wouldn't that be fun? Jack, it's sad I can't stay with you anymore. You're only going to make yourself more miserable, and I can't help you, and I can't watch you do this to yourself. I pray there's someone who can make you like I couldn't, and hope you'll be happy. Goodbye. Very soon need to sign the message. I would recognize those neat letters anywhere. I've seen the same handwriting during our brief year together, on dozens, if not hundreds, of little notes. Shift schedules, reminders to buy snacks or milk, things like that. There were in fact at least half a dozen of the yellow posts she used still around the apartment. Seeing them hurt. There were a lot of other things Grace hadn't taken with her too. Socks, pants, a few undershirts, a scarf. One pair of shoes. A sweater she really liked too. She would have worn a sweater while napping in the evening. It was all evidence of how much of a hurry she'd been to get away from me. Now I know better. Morning, everyone. The patients all greet her. I do too. Well. I'm happy to see you finally stop being Mr. Grumpy. Well, you know. Do you feel better? Does the leg still hurt? I'm a little better, I guess. At peace. That's great. You'll be on your feet in no time, I'm sure. Ready to come back home? I laugh like hell. Anna probably doesn't see what's so funny. She smiles vacantly. I guess she does love me in her own way. It doesn't matter though. Remembering the pain she caused me has even given me conviction. My heart is set on killing her. What's actually sent him over the edge like this, so it can't be just a girl. My health is vastly improving. Doctor's words, those. And I feel it. I don't wake up at night so much anymore, choking on pain. And I don't get so angry anymore that I have to chew my own fingers so I don't end up shouting. I really am at peace. I know what to do. And I know I have to do it. I feel like I don't have a choice in the matter. I'm a train going down a set of dark tracks. A few 100 miles per hour. No turns, no breaks. Whatever happens will happen. It's strangely calming. But now, I'll keep on writing. I have a good point to stop. After Grace left, I spent the first night alone on the kitchen floor. It was where my legs happened to give in under me, and after hours of walking back and forth in the apartment, I paced around like a caged animal, looking under pillows and carpets and poking my head in closets. I don't know why. Maybe I thought I'd find her there. I woke up in the afternoon with a blanket over me. I thought that Grace had done it, that she had come home. She hadn't. I guess it must have been Anna. I didn't go to work. I didn't eat. I don't remember drinking any water, but I must have, and I must have slept a lot too. It turned out I needed Grace more than I thought I did. Certainly more than she needed me. I was all alone that day, that night, and the day after too, right up until the evening. That's when she made her move. Okay, here we go. The windows were closed and the blinds were drawn. It must have been stuffy and hot in the apartment. I lay on the couch, shivering. I held to my chest the sweat Grace had left. I was about to slip into something more comfortable when the front door opened. My heart skipped a beat before the sight of the person coming in disappointed me. Hello? Jack? I stared at her. What's wrong? Stare. She tried to get me to talk, but I was not in a talking mood. Eventually, she found a letter on the table, pretended to find it. Oh, Jack. Oh, darling. Go away. You're hurt, I know. She's terrible, isn't she? To have hurt you so badly. She's... The sweat was soft against my skin. It smelled like her. I know. She is awful. Let me help. She put her hand to my face. I turned my head away. I'm the one who can make you happy, you know. You won't have to remember that girl ever again. You won't want to, I promise. Her hand found my cheek. It had only been 2 days since I'd seen Grace. I'd lost touch to her. But it was like I had already forgotten the person's warmth. I raised my hand to bat hers away. I found I couldn't do it. Instead, I put my hand on hers. I was close to tears. There were so many emotions in my head that confused and overwhelmed me. But Anna was here, and she was whispering that she would never leave. We made love there on the sofa. Afterwards, I used the sweater to wipe the sweat off me. Anna lay next to me, soft and warm, both her arms wrapped around one of mine. In the morning, after a long, long night, Anna looked at me and asked me a question. I'm tired, aren't you? Uh-huh. I won't go to work today. I'll call in sick. What about you? I don't know. I won't go to work. I haven't thought at all about work. It was so irrelevant. That's a good idea. Hey, I'm going to my apartment. I want to have a nice hot shower. Come with? Sure, yes. My apartment had a perfectly working shower, of course, but I didn't want to be by myself. I was scared. What is going on with you, man? After I had a shower at her place, Anna told me I could stay there a while. Until you feel better, she told me. What'd you say? I said yes. And that's how it went. I don't feel shame for what I did. I know I should, but I don't. The problem is, I don't really feel like I did any of that. It's more like I was watching myself do these things. Watching myself get tricked and cheat on Grace. I live with that woman who's caused me so much misery for so many people. I know I should be ashamed. It's a disgusting thing I did, and I can't take it back. I let myself be made into an animal. The one whole month is something I'd like to forget and never remember. So I won't write about it, or about anything more. I've written enough. I'm done. This journal has helped me out a lot, but I don't need it anymore. This is then. It's goodbye. So goodbye. JF. I woke up and found the room dark. Incredibly dark. It didn't matter if my eyes were open or closed. The image didn't change. Something wasn't right. The air smelled different. Grace made a soft moaning sound in her sleep. She lay next to me. I reached down to make absolutely sure she was there. Jack? To hear her voice instead was finding a snake in my bed. I almost fell on the nightstand. Are you okay? Bad dream? Stay here. She touched me, skin against skin. I remembered where I was and why I was here. Better? Yeah. Sorry about that. Good. I settled back onto my side of the bed. Anna ruffled my hair. You startled me. I didn't mean to. It's okay. I know you wouldn't do that. Because you love me. Do we? Dear Diary, it's all been worth it. All these years of waiting and hoping have finally been worth it. I never expected it would go as well as it did. Now I feel so silly I ever worried. Grace the whore is out of the picture. It was easy. She is so scared of everything. And Jack is all mine. I expected he would struggle a lot more. I'm so proud of him. Even in the terrible state he's in, no memories of us at all. He knew in his heart he could pick me over her. You're so cute, Jack, the way you're absolutely helpless without me. I'll pamper you a little more. I can do that. There's no hurry. There's no rush. We reached our happy ending. I paced around Anna's bedroom. Step, 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 step. Turn. Step, 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 step. Turn. It wasn't a large room, but the same size as mine, and step, 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 step. Turn. It was dark. The curtains were drawn. Would have been dark without them too. The alarm clock's neon and green digits, hovering in the dark, showed that it was 10 past 5 in the morning, and it was Monday. Step, step, step. Anna's bedsheets rustled. She mumbled something about something and sat up. Jack, why are you... I took in a deep breath. It helped me keep my voice from shaking as I answered. It's nothing. Go back to sleep. What is it? Something is wrong, isn't it? Tell me. I'll make it go away. No, please. It's stupid. Tell me. I stepped closer to the bed, banged my shin on the side and sighed. It's Monday. Anna glanced over my shoulder at the alarm clock. Yep, it is. So? I have work. When I came back to an empty apartment, it was early Friday morning. I missed work on Friday. It must have been on thin ice already. I didn't even call in. And just don't go. But I have to go in today. They'll fire me for sure. So? What do you mean so? This is serious. Don't be upset. Here. Anna got up lazily and kissed me. Held me. We stood there for a few moments in silence. There. Doesn't it all seem better now? But I still... Uh-huh. No, sweetie. You stay in today. She pressed herself harder against me. I felt her softness, the heat of her body. I could hardly feel anything else. You don't want to go to work, do you? I don't, but I mean, I have to. You don't have to. It'll be fine. The world won't end. I was going to complain again, but she pressed her finger to my lips. You know what? An idea just came to me. If you move out of that awful apartment and come live with me, instead you won't have to work in that awful store anymore either. That sounds nice, doesn't it? It sounded so good. Anna understood me so well. Wasn't sure of myself. I asked if it was really fine for me to stay here for good. Of course. I wouldn't want you anywhere else. Dear Diary. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. How is this going so well? It never worked so well before. Not with the patients I tried it on. Even though they were terminal. Even though they had no one to visit them. All of them kept being themselves right up to the end. But with Jack, I can do anything. He is clay. I could change him into anything I wanted. How awful. He's so lucky it's me doing this. Could you imagine someone else with this kind of responsibility? No, no, no. What am I saying? Nobody else can make him so willing to change. Me. Only me. He's only like this because he loves me so much. He always loved me, even when he didn't realize it. And he'll always love me, and I'll always love him, and we'll always be together. Forever. I'm so happy I could scream. Right now, what? Right now, I'm only teasing him a little, and that's okay. We'll have all the time in the world. Unlike those other boys, he's not about to expire. Days went by, maybe a week. Jack. Come on, Jack. I laugh. If you don't let go of me, I won't go to work, you know. Then don't go. Stay here. Hey, one of us has to go. We need it to live. I need you to live. That's very sweet, but I still have to go. I wouldn't budge. She ran her fingers through my hair. I liked that. If you get off me now, I promise to make a special surprise for you when I come back. Really? Really? I promise. Okay. I forced myself to let her go. After she went away, I lay back down on the bed. I waited for her to come back. I did nothing else. And a surprise was the big plastic bag. It was swollen full of something. I looked at her, and then that's it. Then at her again, and frowned. You will see. Come, we need to go somewhere. Go outside? Yes? Isn't that exciting? I looked away. What, you don't want to? I held up a pillow in front of me. It was meant to act as a barrier. Oh, you big scaredy cat. Come on. She took my arm and pulled. I wouldn't go. Her grip was strong, or maybe I'd gotten weak, but I stayed in place. Huh? So you really don't want to go? Let's... How come we can't stay here? Oh, sweetie. I don't want the apartment to burn down. She made me dressed in the outside clothes. They were rugged and cold. The outside was even more rugged and cold. The street was wet. It must have rained. And the people there were giving me looks. They were looking at me like I was trash. Why? What had I done to them? What had I ever done to anyone? Oh, hey. Ease up a little. You will hurt my hands. I'm sorry. That's okay. If you do not feel like it, we can always go back home now. Really? Yes. But I know you can do this. You will do it. For me? Yeah. Okay. Great. Thank you, Jack. You're so good to me. We walked for over 15 minutes. My feet hurt and my legs made clicking sounds. I hadn't really walked in over a week, but I didn't complain. We're almost there. Do you know where we are? I shook my head. Anna had led me somewhere I'd never been. Each street we passed was a dirtier and greyer and more abandoned than the last, and the people looked at us looked at us all the more meanly. I thought they were going to hurt us, but Anna wasn't afraid, so I did my best to brave too. Whatever she had in the plastic bag, it wasn't heavy. The bag was so full it was almost the shape of a bag ball, but it was still swung so lightly. What do you think is in there? Anna had noticed me looking. I don't know. Want to guess? I didn't. I told her I didn't. I told her I couldn't think of anything. Oh well, you'll see soon enough. Not like in the sound of this. Our destination, I saw 5 minutes later, was an empty street. A whole street, blocks and blocks of it, completely abandoned. The pavement was cracked, the building that stood there hollow, and everything was overgrown with weeds. It was more of a jungle than a city street. It was ugly. I hated to even look at it. It's so beautiful. Yeah. I'll show you the best spot. Here is my favorite. But it'll be our secret, okay? You can't tell anyone. Okay. We passed through a tunnel, like opening set in a trail. A tall wild building. Beyond, it was a field of brown yellow grass. It came up to my chest. Surrounding the grass were the sides of a large apartment building. This used to be its courtyard. The building was a molted, ugly grey. It was most likely been a prettier colour before it burnt down. It had so many windows, none of which had glass in them. They gaped down at us, empty and dark, and the spot was a square patch of concrete in the middle of the overgrown courtyard. Once there, Anna handed me something from the plastic bag. It was a small gas canister and a box of matches. Then she emptied and into the bag of the concrete. When I saw the contents, my chest tightened and started to burn. This is... On the ground were a few post-it notes, a pair of shoes, most likely clothes. I'd seen them before. They had belonged to someone I knew. Who? Someone I had known an eternity ago. Too long ago to remember. But I knew these were important. You know what this is? Yes? I shouldn't? It's fine if you still recognize them. Completely fine. You're not mad? I'm not mad. Give me that. Anna grabbed the gas canister from my hand, poured the gas onto the clothes and shoes and post-it notes down to the last drop. Then she tossed the canister aside and stepped away. The canister made a tiny empty sound as it hit the concrete. Tunk tunk. After that, there was silence. Anna? What do you think you should do? Are you really not mad? Do what you think you need to do, Jack. And do it quick. It's growing dark and I didn't bring a flashlight. So I did what I thought I needed to do. I lit a match. It took me 3 tries to get it right because of my clumsy fingers. Creating a little fire with my hands and poured it over her things. They were wet and stank of gasoline. I held the lit match above them. Why are you hesitating? Don't you want to do this? I don't know. I needed to do what Anna wanted me to do, but the thought of doing it made me want to lie down and cry. I couldn't explain why these were so dear to me, they just were. The flame had almost reached my fingers. Anna, I don't think... Do it. I dropped the match. A little fire touched the gasoline and bloomed. The sudden heat made me step back. Those things, those shoes, and those clothes, and little post-it notes, they're already crackling and turning into the charcoal. Anna stood by me. I waited for her to scold me, but she didn't. She put her hand in mine, our fingers interlocked. You did well. I did? Yes. When it came down to it, you did what you should. I'm proud of you. A warmth filled my chest. My worry for those scattered pieces of nothing to the ground faded away. I was with the love of my life, and she loved me, and was proud of me. How could I care about I couldn't even remember what it had been anymore. Old clothes? Whatever. Anna giggled. Aha. Okay. Why are you laughing like this like a maniac? It made me so glad to see Anna happy. You call that happy? She looks more fucking insane to me. I pulled her closer. After a good minute of laughing, she sighed as if it spent and looked up at me. Wasn't that fun? Yep. The things on the ground had already gone away. They were black and unrecognizable. Let's go home. Okay, Anna. You're so happy, aren't you? And why wouldn't you be? I'm happy too. The happiest I've ever been. Me too. The happiest I've ever been. Really? Yep. Thank you, Jack. That means the world to me. We went away hand in hand. But before we walked out into the grass again, I looked back one last time at the things I had burned. Something moved at the edge of my vision. Up in one of the glassless windows. I looked again, but it was gone. This place is dangerous. Are there people here? Ah, you know what? There just might be. Bad people. We should get home as quickly as we can. Yes. Home. Where it's safe. That little slut. I hope she had a good look at us burning all that trash of hers. Had Jack burning it. God, I'm so proud of him, it hurts. I can't believe I miscalculated though. I thought Grace was gone for good. But there she was, in our hallway, asking where Jack was, and what I had done with him. All this while, Jack was right on the other side of the door. Can you imagine what would have happened if I wasn't there? She would have knocked on the door, or rung the doorbell, and she would have probably called out too. It would have scared Jack so badly I could bear to think about it. Thankfully, I wasn't wrong about everything to do with her. She hasn't called the police. I knew she wouldn't. I just couldn't think she would come back at all. She was still scared as a little lamb. Her hand shook while she demanded I tell her what happened to Jack. He can't be there, can he? She stepped forward. When I put myself between the two and her, when I put myself between the door and her, she backed off again. I wonder how she didn't pee herself. She was so scared. Jack doesn't want to see you. What are you doing to him? No one's seen him since I went away. It's like he's disappeared. He's been here the whole time. God, what are you doing to him? Be quiet. She was making so much noise. I had to put a hand on her shoulder. I had to see if she had the guts to slap it away. She just stood there. Jack is perfectly fine. He's happy and he doesn't want to see you again. I know he probably hates me now, but at least let me see him. I have to at least see him again. It's so annoying. Loneliness has made us desperate, unpleasant. That's what being by yourself does. Look at dear Jack. He's only been together again for a short while, and he's already such a sweetheart, and he's so prickly too. If you see him now, he'll tell you he hates you. Do you really want that? No, I don't want that, but then go away. It's as simple as that, don't you think? Even someone tells you, you should understand. Why are you so... I thought we were... She swallowed hard. I have to see him. Anna, please. Being alone made you a real bitch, know that? What? Or did it? Were you lonely after all? It really makes me wonder. With how little money you took with you, I was sure you'd be living on the streets. But you're clean, you don't smell, more than usual. I'm living with a friend. What does it matter? That's a lie, you don't have any friends. Grace gritted her teeth and glared at me. She wanted to run away in shame. She's so simple, so obvious, but she couldn't leave with Jack so close. So, where are you staying? Whose cock are you sucking for rent? I'm not. Is that wrinkly old man you worked with? It's nothing like that. I am living with Don, but I'm not. Oh, aren't you? Then how are you paying back his hospitality? You don't have any money. You quit your job too. I checked. I'm not paying back anything. Don't be shy. Oh, screw you. Move. How violent. It's a good thing I separated her and Jack when I did. And more of this girl's influence, who knows what could have happened. She tried to shove past me, but I had a little surprise in my pocket. Anna, that's... Yep. Don't you touch me again. I might do something bad. I pressed a knife against the side of her neck. It drew blood. I couldn't help myself. But it wasn't a lot. I'm not going to kill someone out in the open like that. I'm not stupid. Grace stood petrified. You can't do this. I will. You'll call the cops? No, you won't. They won't believe you. They never do. Right? She didn't lash out for once. Because I finally realized how useless it was to try. She just shuffled away. I waved her off. It's only polite. She didn't even look back. But then she kept following me around, even after that. What a stalker. So I had Jack burn her things. I know she was watching. It was beautiful. Now she were back off for good. Yeah, okay, so it was her things. I'm back. Welcome back. Hey, Easy, you a trip? Oh, hey, Easy, never mind. The moment she touched me, those long hours of waiting were painted over by warmth. It made me so happy. Something smells good. Is it dinner? Yes. Oh, you remembered. I'm so glad. I made a casserole. Anna set the table and I served it. That was really tasty, Jack. Thank you. I wasn't happy with the meal. It was tasteless and the meat was tough. But Anna said she liked it. She was so kind. I wish I could help more. What do you mean? With money, I guess. I was being serious, but she laughed. That made me feel a little bit stupid. Oh, Jack. Money's no problem at all. I told you already. I've got a lot saved up, and the rent is nothing. Oh, okay. Anna hummed contentedly. A minute later, she stopped. There was something you can do, actually. Really? Yes, really. But I'm not sure if you'd be up for it. Anything. I'll do anything for you. Okay then. What is it? How can I help? Wait until before bedtime, okay? I nodded. I'm not liking this. What you got planned? When I heard what she wanted to do, I didn't take it well. I was angry, furious. I felt betrayed. You want to... Yes, I do. But, no. You said I'd never have to remember anything. You promised. I got back up from the bed and started pacing from the wall to wall, never looking at Anna. What she had said hurt. How could you lie like that? Oh, baby. Please don't hate me. I was shivering with anger. I thought I might faint. But I didn't hate her. I couldn't. So I stopped walking and faced her. I know I said what I said, but this is important. Don't you believe me? There was only one thing I could say. Yeah, I believe you. Thank you, Jack. I love you too. And I'm sorry. Don't say you're... Hearing Anna say she was sorry for some reason, like a punch to the gut. It tugged at my memory. She always said. I know. But, that's not what I'm telling you to remember. You must never remember that woman. Forget all you have felt. Forget all you have left of her. Then, what I want you to recall goes much, much further back. It won't be easy, but when you do, when you remember, our love will be the deepest it's ever been. Don't you want that? I do. I love you. I want that. I want that. I want to love you even more. Tell me what you remember. Anna embraced me with her happy tears in her eyes, but she wouldn't tell me what I needed to remember. She said it'd be pointless if she told me. I had to remember it all by myself. Anna ordered me to sit down in front of the alarm clock every day for the last hour. It was to do this while she was at work. I was to have my eyes closed. I was to try digging back in my memories, far, far back. I did as ordered. The first time I tried, the very next day, it was all so foggy in my mind, I couldn't even start. Thinking felt slow. It was like walking through mollusses? I don't know. I only made myself tired. Before I fell asleep sitting up, one last thought came to me. Was thinking always so hard? The second time too, I gave up right away. I couldn't do it. But I had promised Anna. The next day, I tried harder. My head hurt, and I felt like I was groping in the darkness, scared and all alone. But I did it. I had promised Anna. I waded further in. A flash of a smile made my chest hurt, but I kept going, for love. Huh? Which one did I love? Which one did I hate? Things didn't used to be like this, did they? This feels wrong. Something went terribly wrong. I need to make sense of it. Days later, while going back in my memory, I reached the wall, a dam. I felt like I shouldn't try to climb over it, so I didn't. There were things out there I didn't want to see. I went back to the puddle I've been searching through. It was a stew of love and fear and hate, given and taken seemingly at random. It was a mess. It was a mess in my head. I would make it make sense. Jack. Yes, Anna? I'm going to work. Aren't you going to go say goodbye? Oh, bye, Anna. And a goodbye kiss? We kissed. Okay. Anna placed a hand on my forehead. Are you okay? You might have a fever. I can give you something for that. I smiled. I'm okay. It's just... What is it? Trouble? You can tell me anything. Do you know that sandwich shop? Which one? Next to the... Next to the store? I nodded. You want a sandwich from there? Yeah. If that's okay. Well, there was always a huge line there. Please, Anna? It would mean a lot to me. Oh, how can I resist? Of course, darling. I'll get you anything. What kind of sandwich do you want? Anything you pick. I'll get you something light. Not getting much exercise. Don't want you getting fat. Is that alright? Yep. Great. And don't you forget about remembering session. You've been doing those, right? Yeah. And? I frowned and shook my head. Nothing yet. Oh. Well, it's only been 2 weeks yet. You'll get there soon. I'm sure you will. Yeah, I will. Anna pinched my cheek, kissed me again and left. And I went and threw up in the toilet. Oh god. I brushed my teeth and washed my mouth 3 times over. I can't go on like this. I couldn't keep living here. I waited 10 minutes until I was sure Anna was gone. Then I pulled back the heavy curtains. Down on the street, there was a single person looking sad and abandoned. I waved at her. She looked up, nodded, and walked into the building. Hi, Jack. I was so happy to see her I wanted to cry. Oh, Grace. We've started seeing each other in secret 5 days ago. I know how long exactly I started counting the days again. That kind of cloud of confusion in my brain was gone. I wasn't Anna's dog anymore. it was Anna's own fault. What else could she expect having me dig around my past like that? But it was scary how close I'd come to letting go. If things were different, I might have kept on being a half-mute idiot forever. And I would have let Grace inside. When I first heard Grace's voice again, I thought I'd finally snapped. I thought I was hallucinating, but when I opened the door, and there she was. Grace? Grace, I'm so happy to see you. I thought, after your message, I thought I'd never... Don't say that. Don't say anything, just for a moment. We put our arms around each other. We'd only been apart for a few weeks, but so many things had happened that it felt like years. I knew it. You would hate me. I didn't know what she was talking about, and didn't really care. Only thing that mattered right now. Let's go. Let's get out of here. I've been working up the courage to leave, and ever since I'd become myself again. As stupid as it seemed, I was afraid of going outside. But with Grace here, I could leave. I could do anything. We can't. Huh? You're not going to leave here. Not yet. Why not? Do you have any idea what it's like for me here? I can't imagine, Jack. I'm so sorry I didn't believe you. You knew how dangerous Anna was from the start. That's all the more reason to get the hell out of here. I told you, not yet. This isn't something we can run away from. I so wish we could just pack up and leave, but Anna was going to follow us wherever we go. God damn it. I stomped on the ground like an angry child. Grace was right. Anna had followed me here. If we left now, she'd do it again. We have to report her to the... No, Jack. No police. They'd trust her first, a million times over. I guess they would. Besides, I wasn't even sure if I'd done anything actually illegal. But what then? What do we do? I don't know. Why is this happening to us? Even as we talked, we kept our ears to the hallway. Though we both knew Anna was at work, the slightest echo of a footstep was enough to make us jump. Why can't you just leave us alone? What does she even want from you? I think I might have a clue. I told Grace about how Anna was trying to make me remember stuff from years ago. But it was so long ago. Anything could have made her so obsessed with me. Jack. What? I'm sorry to say this. I know you always hated it when I said it. What is it? I had a good feeling what she would say. I didn't like it. You really do have to remember. I pinched the bridge of my nose. There was a big headache coming from behind my eyes. I know. We can't win against her like this. But when she knows so much more than we do. I know. Alright. Do you think we can do it? I don't want to do it. But I think I can. I've never tried. Not seriously. Not since those first few days. God, please do try. And thank you for not giving in, Jack. I know it must be hard. Do you need anything from the outside? I could sneak something in. I don't have a lot, but... No, I don't need anything. Anna keeps me well fed. I put as much contempt as I could into those words. Are you doing alright though? You don't have any money, do you? I think Anna's got some stash somewhere around here. Grace refused. We can't risk her noticing. And besides, I'm doing okay. I'm staying with a friend. They're a big help. Oh, alright then. She's landed on her feet. They're really happy to hear that. I'll be going now, Jack. What, already? Anna won't be home for hours. She's not supposed to. We've got to be careful. And being here all the time is making me so nervous I could die. You're right. Besides, we'll have plenty of time to spend together over this, well, once this is over. Yeah, just us two. We looked at each other lovingly. Doors slammed shut somewhere in the building. I really need to go. Bye, Jack. Bye, Grace. I love you. I'd wondered if she would still be okay for me to tell Grace I loved her, but the words went and said themselves. Grace stood there. Grace stood on the tiptoes to kiss me on the neck and the cheek. I love you too. Ah. Locking the door after she was one of the most difficult things I had ever done. But seeing her had given me the courage I needed. I felt like I could do anything. Well, that's good then. That being said, though, guys, I think it's time to have an opportunity to end this one. It seems like things are about to start kicking off, and I would keep playing, but it's getting like 10 o'clock now. I need to get some rest before my open shift tomorrow. I need to be there for like 7 a.m, so I'll have to get for like 5 a.m. Always good fun. That being said, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this part. I wouldn't say episode, it's more of a live stream. It's the live stream part. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow in the next one. Take care, guys. Thank you for watching.